Hey everyone, let's build a red sedan that is scaled for minifigures for today's Lego brick tutorial. Let's start our chassis with a 2x14 plate. On the left hand studs, a 1x2 plate. Then I'm going to place a pair of 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bearing. Then I want to proceed on with a 1x4 plate and a 1x6 plate here. Now I want to slide in a set of 2x6 plates underneath the 1x6 plate. And we're going to proceed on locking all these joints together with a 2x6 plate. And right here a 1x4 flat tile. That's going to be used to make it easier to take our minifigures in and out of the seats. Then we're going to proceed on with a pair of 1x1 plates. Then I'm going to place a 2x6 plate right here. This is the base of our cab. A 1x4 modified plate with 2 studs. Another set of 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bearing. And on the far right, on these 2 studs, a 1x2 plate. Let's begin with a 2x4 plate for the dashboard assembly. On the far right, I'm going to stack a set of 1x2 plates right on top of one another. Then I'm going to take a 1x2 rocker bearing and a 1x2 rocker bearing plate. We're going to place plate inside. Then I want to set this right on the back studs and right on the upper left stud. Stack a set of studs on top of one another. Right here in these center studs, a 1x2 by 2/3 slope. Make sure the slope is facing towards the rocker bearing plate. And right on top of the rocker bearing plate, a 1x2 plate. On this stud right here, a 1x1 by 2/3 slope and a 1x3 jumper plate right on top of the 1x2 plate. Then I'm going to stick a 1x1 round flat tile with a gauge print. I'm going to attempt to straighten that out. Place that right there on the right stud and on the left stud. A 2x2 steering wheel console. We can just swing this down right up against the slope to form up our dashboard. Now let's set our dashboard assembly right in this area. For the front seat, take a 1x4 plate. We're going to set down a pair of 1x2 palisade bricks right on top. Then on top of the palisade bricks, a set of 1x2 jumper plates. And for headrest, a pair of 1x1 by 2/3 plate with bow. Let's place our front seat assembly right here where it's next to the 1x4 flat tile. This is going to be a portion of our back seat. So take a 1x1 plate and a 1x1 by 2/3 slope. Place these on top of one another. I want to make 2 of these. I'm going to place these right on top of the modified 1x4 plate with 2 studs. Just be sure to hold on to the middle here. I want to cover up some of the holes inside the vehicle where the wheels are going to be. And right here, a 1x2 palisade brick. Now right in these 2 areas, set of 1x4 bricks and 4 1x2 inverted 45-degree slopes. We're going to place these in the 1x1 openings. These are going to be used to go around the mud guards. Now we're going to take a pair of 1x4 bricks with 4 studs, place these on both ends of our chassis, and a set of 2x4 by 1 low profile mud guards. We're going to place these right above our bearings. We're going to need 4 of them in total, so we'll set the other 2 on the other side. This completes the lower body assembly. For the back portion of our back seat, a 1x4 plate Then we're going to set down a pair of jumper plates, and 1 by 1 by 2/3 plate with bow for little headrests. Set those right there. Back to the front, I'm going to take a 2 by 4 plate, place this right above our 1 by 4 brick with 4 studs to strengthen this up. Then I'm going to take a 1 by 2 by 2 corner plate and a 1 by 1 plate. We're going to place the plate right in the corner, right on this stud. Now I want to make 2 of these, and I want to set these as shown to lock all those joints together there. And right in these 2 areas right here, a set of 1 by 2 plates in those areas. We're going to skip 2 studs on both sides and place a pair of 1 by 4 plates right here. This is going to strengthen this whole area up. In these 1 by 2 openings, a set of 1 by 2 by 2/3 slopes. I'm using these to give a bit more clearance so our minifigure arms can rest their arms on this and not bump into a solid tile. And speaking of tiles, a pair of 1 by 1/4 round flat tiles. I want to place these as shown. This is going to give our minifigure hands a bit more clearance inside the vehicle. Place those right there. And right next to the tiles, a pair of 1 by 1 plates. For side mirrors, let's take a modified 1 by 1 plate with lamp holder. I'm going to place a silver metallic 1 by 1 round flat tile on one side. I'm going to place this right in this opening right next to the 1 by 1 plate. I'm going to make another one for the other side of the vehicle with another 1 by 1 modified plate with lamp holder and a silver metallic 1 by 1 round flat tile. Place those as shown. For the front bumper and grille, take a 2 by 4 plate. I want to flip this over. Then I want to set down a set of 1 by 2 by 2 corner plates as shown. Then a pair of transparent orange 1 by 2 plates in these areas. These are going to be our turn signal lights. Now I'm going to flip the assembly over. The upper 4 studs, a pair of 1 by 2 radiator grills, and a 1 by 2 plate here. For headlights, a pair of transparent clear 1 by 1 by 2/3 slopes, and for the front bumper, a pair of 1 by 1 by 1 1/3 brick with bow, and that one was trying to run away from me. And then right here in this area, a 1 by 1 flat tile, a 1 by 2 flat tile. That's going to be a license plate, and a 1 by 1 flat tile to complete the assembly. Let's slide our front bumper and grille right on the 1 by 4 brick with 4 studs. We'll set that right there. Let's take a 4 by 6 hood plate. I want to flip this over. Then I want to take a set of upwards 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 angular plates. Set these right here. These are going to be used to wrap around the mud guards to fill in that hole around the edge. Someday LEGO will bring out a slope that will fit in there. Till then we'll just have to use these. I want to drop those right in those openings right there. So we'll line that up, wiggle it in place, and just set the hood down and see we fill those holes up on both sides of our mud guards. And there's plenty of clearance inside for the tires. For the rear bumper, start with a 2 by 6 by 2/3 plate with 4 studs. In the corners, I'm going to set down a pair of 1 by 2 by 2 corner plates, and right on top of those corner plates, another set of 1 by 2 by 2 corner plates. Make sure they're facing in that direction. In these 2 areas, a set of transparent orange plates, and right in the center, a 1 by 2 brick with 2 studs. I want the studs where they're facing on the top. We're going to lock all this together with a 1 by 4 by 2/3 plate with bow. For rear tail lights, a set of 1 by 1 transparent red flat tiles. Set those right there. And right in this area, a 1 by 4 brick. And on the ends, a pair of 1 by 1 and 1/3 brick with bow. going to finish up the back end, a 1x2 plate, then a 1x1 flat tile, 1x2 flat tile for a license plate, and a 1x1 flat tile to complete the rear bumper assembly. Now let's slide our rear bumper on the 1x4 brick with 4 studs. Then we're going to take a 3x3 plate, we're going to flip it over and take an upwards 1x1x1x1 angler plate. We're going to place this assembly right here on the left hand side. I'm going to drop that right down in there, press that down firm. We're going to do the same thing with another 3x3 plate, but this time I want to put it on this side. So take another upwards 1x1x1x1 angler plate, set that there, and just drop that right in that hole. And we should have all our gaps filled in, which we do. Now, I want to give the back a bit of a contour, so I'm going to take 3 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. We're going to finish this portion of the rear end. Then we're going to set down a 1x6 plate right here. This is going to be used to anchor down our rear window. And just to fill in this area, a pair of 1x2 by 2/3 slopes right behind the back seat. And in these two areas, a set of 1x4 plates, and right there, a pair of 1x1 flat tiles. For front and rear windows, let's take a pair of 3x6 by 2 windscreens. We're going to place these right here, followed by a pair of 1x2 by 2 transparent black wall elements for side windows. Now, right on top of the wall elements, I'm going to attach some 1x2 plates. Then I'm going to give this a bit of a contour in the back with a set of 1x2 by 2/3 plate with bow, and in these two areas here, a set of 1x1 flat tiles. For the removable top, start with a 3x3 plate on the left-hand side, a 1x2 flat tile, and on these 3 studs, a set of 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. Now I want to slide in another 3x3 plate, and right here on the far right, a 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. Then in this area, a pair of 2x3 flat tiles, and a 1x2 flat tile right there. I'm going to slide in a 2x4 plate right under this portion of the 2x3 flat tiles, then a set of 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. I want to flip this over, and in this joint, a 2x2 sliding shoe plate, place that right there. This will lock everything in nice to complete the removable top. Now let's set our top right in this area. Start right here, and we'll just rest the back right in this area. Now I want to flip the vehicle over. We're going to add some tires. Let's take a tire and one of these silver metallic rims. We're going to place the rim inside the tire. I want to make 4 of these. Place these on. Now it just depends on your preference. I want the fancy side facing out, but if you choose, you can also put this side here as well. I'm a little brave and I like to use the spoke side. And that right there completes the red sedan.